I don't need to upgrade. Fuck that, man. They always give me a delicious breakfast. I'm going back to the delicious breakfast. They do. They have a turkey plate. Unfortunately, it's kind of processed turkey, but we love it anyway. We've been going there for years. It's not like breast sliced. It is. It's kind of like chicken McNuggets with turkey, but fuck it, man. We've been going there. We've always had a good time. And we're there on Thanksgiving. And we're sitting next to this really old guy. He's 70-something years old. We just start chatting with him. And he was talking. He was in the military. He was talking to us about, and he said, what do you do? And I said, well, I'm in the entertainment business. I do some stuff, in Hollywood. He said, well, what do you do? I told him I'm an actor. And he's like, the actors these days, man, I tell you, they just ain't like they was, man. I said, he goes, back in the day, we had the beauties. We had the real beauties. We had all the Audrey Hepburn and shit like that. Now look on the damn TV and there's that Penelope Cruz. She needs a burger. And I'm like, I fucking love you, dude. We had Audrey Hepburn, Merlin, and this damn Penelope Cruz. I just want to take him home, man. I fucking love you. Anyway, long story about Penelope. That's why I call him Penelope.
I'm touched that I have that nickname from that memory of yours. Okay, so my question is, I know it's not about what's going to happen, we're not saying 3, but it's kind of like, if the Saints, Connor and...
Say marching in?
I know this, I'm just breaking...
The other one.
The other one. What would you think, and how would you see if they ever, settle down or want to have some little ones, maybe adopt or something, retire? What would you think when they're done being action heroes? I'm curious about that.
Let's make part 3 a romantic comedy. Where Connor and Murphy come in, and that would be an interesting dialect if it was combined with Irish.
Yes.
Doing Shepherd's We So Big. Dude, Murph, let's put those guns down. Let's find a boat and go sailing! Violence is just wrong. Those guys need hugs. I'm not sure it would work,
I think it would work.
Oh, yeah.
New code class.
But you never know, It's in the process right now.
What would you like to happen if you had complete control? That's a good way to put it.
Connor and Murphy establish a meritocracy and institute a minimum level of morality. Anything that falls below that line will get 2 pennies.
Yeah.
And everybody will be required to rock Abe Lincoln songs. Can I get a motherfucking here?
Yeah. Thanks, Sean.
A ninja do how a ninja do. Yes, ma'am.
I was wondering, kind of like hers, but what you'd like to really look more into with the brothers in the next movie.
Say it again. Well, we'd like to look like his brothers. Hopefully, like Sean Flanery and Norman Reedus. What do you...
No, like character development, what you want to see more with the brothers in the next movie.
Just that. I think the most... For me, when I look at the movie and I can remove myself from it, the most appealing aspect is just that. The brother nature. That fact that there's an invisible umbilical connection between 2 people where somebody will drop whatever is happening if the other person needs it. That kind of commitment and dedication and respect that you can't really see. More of that. I think we saw a lot of it in part 1. And I'd like to see more of that part 3. Yes, ma'am.
Hey.
How are you?
So how long did it take you to master that Irish accent?
Fucking forever.
No. Was it really hard?
No. I mean, you know, anybody can do it. I mean, think about it. The only reason I talk like a Texan is because I was brought up in Texas. I mean, if I was raised in Dublin, it may be difficult for me to learn English as a Texan. It's not like a Texan, but it's just homework, you know? Anybody can do it. It's not difficult at all. I mean, the reason people think it's difficult is because they only try it one time at a bar late at night. It's the first time they're like, oh yeah, let's try it. It's like trying anything else. Try to make scrambled eggs when you've never seen an egg before. You're like, what the hell? You know, but if you, I mean, anybody can do it in a day. If you dedicated 10 hours in a day, get it down. It's just not that, it's not a high level of technical difficulty. Very cute, dude. You're in trouble. Yes, ma'am.
I'm too short for this microphone.
Then next.
I was actually wondering, Rocco, if you were hoping that you get another like dream sequence to kind of like kick the boys in the ass to get them going in Boondocks 3. And Sean, would you like love it if that happened, or do you think that's kind of like isolated in the second movie?
I wouldn't be part of it if it didn't happen. In all honesty, I mean, Rock's the conscience of the film. He really is. I mean, he's the driving force. You know, that what they call that mantage in the middle. I mean, that pretty much sums up all the feelings of what the Saints are about. You know, and I think he's an integral part of the movie and the movie's message. But Rock, why are you not even fucking? You ain't got a mic. You're playing Tetris.
Still hungover.
Do you need someone to look up the scores again, like yesterday?
Say it again.
We had to look up the scores. He couldn't find the scores on his phone during the autograph line. He was like, "Do you guys have that anywhere?"
The Tetris scores?
No, football scores.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I was like, "We can look this up real quick for you if you want to wait."
Thanks, you did give me those scores.
So,
Am I supposed to say something?
Do you want to be like? Do you want to have another dream sequence? Would that be
What?
for you? Do you want to have another like dream sequence scene in the third movie?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You know, you got to watch it. I mean, I can't be like Obi-Wan Kenobi or something. But I don't know. You know, I don't know which. I guess he wrote most of it. I guess I haven't spoke to him about it. I think he's asked Sean some questions. So Sean,
it's looking good, guys.
yeah.
It's looking pretty cool. What's happening, brother?
I understand that there's talks of rebooting the Indiana Jones franchise. I was wondering if you've been approached to star in it and reprise your role. Would you consider redoing that?
No, I have a habit of saying no to George Lucas. I just don't have time for like Spielberg Lucas things. You know what I mean?
Wise decision.
That was chilly, brother. George's my boy, man. No, I mean, obviously, that opened up every door that's open to me today. You know, young Indiana Jones. It's like, I would have never even been considered for Boondock Saints if I hadn't been in that. Having said that, this is the first I've ever heard that they were going to reboot it, you know. And I think it's on its own trajectory now with new faces and everything, so I certainly don't see that happening. But my God, you know, nobody turns down Indiana Jones. That's just, you know.